Okay, so let's look at another one, right? Question 8. So let's write down the step, right? Step 1 is find x-intercept. Okay, I'll highlight that. Step 2 is to graph. Okay, graph either we want the above or below. Okay, I'll just say it's graphing. Okay, graph the problem. But before we begin, right, you must always move everything to one side to make it in the general form before solving. So we'll do that. So x squared, we'll move everything to the left, okay? Put them in order. Minus 10x plus 21. Okay? So now this is general form, but then we want to find the roots, right? So we make it equal to 0. So this is the general quadratic equation. So compare the notes above, okay? We're still doing the same thing. And then we can try if we can factor, right? If you cannot factor, then you can go to formula. So you either use cross multiply or you use formula, okay? Isolate and GCF, you can use it if there's any, right? If there's only one x, then you just isolate. Okay, so once you finish factoring and get the x-intercept, you can raise your hand. Let me lower your hands first. Okay, so raise your hand once you got the x-intercept. This one should be factorable, okay? And when you are moving everything to left side, okay, you do not need to flip the inequality sign. Okay, only when you multiply or divide by negative, then you need to flip. Okay, so if you are just moving things to the left, to the right, okay, the less than, greater than, it just stay as it is. Okay, please raise your hand if you finish getting the roots, x-intercepts. Anyone else? So far we got, what, 6, 7? 7 people now. Any more? 8? Let's get 10, okay? 10 people at least. Factor, okay? How many of you forgot how to factor? 9 people now. One more. Okay, good. So Jenny, what are the 2 factors?
I raised my hand to move on. I don't actually know.
Oh, how to factor?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Good that we caught that, okay? It's very important. So you split into 3 parts, okay? Because this one has 3 terms. So we will be using cross multiply, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the first part, the left side, what times what can give you x squared?
Sorry? Can you repeat that?
Which 2 things multiply together to get the first term?
X and X.
Yeah, so that's the first thing you figured out, okay? And then you move to the third one, positive 21. What times what can make 21?
7 and 3.
Okay, any other options?
It should be negative because later on when you multiply it has to add up to -10.
Yeah, so you do know,
So
right? Okay.
yeah, I was trying to do it for the 10, so that's why I was confused. I
Okay,
think I got it now.
yeah. So what are the roots then?
X minus 7 and x minus 3.
Yeah, those are the factors, but then what are the roots? What are the x-intercepts?
Um, uh, I'm not sure.
Once you factor, okay, so if you look at the notes above, right, after you factor, then you take each bracket and then make it equal to 0
Okay.
to solve. Okay, you have two brackets, right? So you break down into two little equations to solve.
Okay.
Okay, so what two equations?
X minus 7, x minus 3
Yeah, x minus 7 equal,
equals 0.
yeah, and the other one,
X minus 3 equals 0.
yeah, and you solve both of them. What do you get?
Positive 7 and positive 3.
Yeah, those two are called the,
X-intercept.
yes, okay, so they are on the x-axis, okay, on x-axis. All right, so that's part of it. That's only step one, okay? Step two is graph, okay? So we need to draw the graph. This one, we know the graph is open down because when you look at the general form, the A is negative, okay? Remember that? So now if you look at this one, when we draw the graph, should we draw open up or open down? Angela?
Open up
How do you know?
because like the A is positive.
Yeah, A is the positive one, right? This is the A.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
So the X is 7 comma 3, but is it okay if it's 3 7? Like
Yeah, it's the same. They are just two x-intercept, 2 points.
oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Any order doesn't matter. So those are the two x-intercepts. So I'm gonna draw with the green first, okay? It's not the final answer yet. So those two dots on the graph, they are x-intercept. And because A is 1 open up, positive open up, so I'm gonna draw a parabola going through those two x-intercepts. Any questions so far? Now, after that, you look at the inequality, all right? Remember, we move everything to the left side, and then I highlighted the less than equal, right? Oops, over here. This thing means less than means below, right? Equal means on x-axis. Okay, this idea came from the very beginning, right? Less than means below. Greater than means above. The question has less than. So we are looking for below x-axis. Below and on, okay? On will be these 2 points. Those are on x-axis. Below will be here. So once again, the answer we're looking for is in between, right? In between the 2 points. So the answer we need to write is the same way, okay? If you draw it on number line, 3 and 7 on and in between. Okay, so your answer is x in the middle and 3 on the left side, 7 on the right. Always open the inequality to the right side. So x is in between, right? Smaller than 7 and bigger than 3, and also equal to them. Okay, so this is the answer you need to show in the homework. Anyone has question here so far? Step 1, find the x-intercept. Step 2, you draw the graph, but then graphing, you need to see if it's open up or down, and then you need to check if the question wants above or below. Okay? Can you raise your hand if you are ready to move on to B? Okay, I want to try as many as possible, okay? So to get you guys ready for your homework, okay? Make sure you can do this on your own. Brandon, Chris, Elaine, any question about A? Okay, let's go to B now, okay? This time, I'm gonna let you carry out part of it by yourself, okay? Can you do step 1 by yourself? Okay, once you figure out x-intercept, you can raise your hand. Okay, just follow the steps on the left side. You start by moving everything to the left side, but of course, you need to expand some brackets here, okay, before you start moving. And then once you get to quadratic equation general form, get the x-intercept. Okay, raise your hand once you got the 2 x-intercepts. When you're moving things around, you don't need to flip inequality. So if you move everything to one side, let's say we move it to the left side, it'll still be greater than 0, okay? Please raise your hand if you got the x-intercepts. If it's not factorable, then use quadratic formula, okay? If it's factorable, just factor it and find the roots. Okay, Evan, do you have the general form?
I don't know if it's right though.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't have an x. I just have 3x squared plus 22 is greater than 0.
3x squared and then?
Plus 22. I don't have an x.
Oh, no
I don't know
x?
if I did something else.
Can you
Yeah, I
check
don't
the
know if I did something else.
Yeah, check the first line. Is it different?
Oh, I didn't see that x in the 20. Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to expand, right? Multiply in. Okay, so once you get general form, let me know again, okay?
I got a minus 26x and then plus 48.
Okay, very good. Okay, plus 48. After this, you start finding your roots, okay? So 3x squared minus 26x, 48 equals 0, okay? So for roots. If you think it's very difficult to factor, then use the quadratic formula. If you're able to factor, then just factor it, right? Sometimes number too big or too many choices, right? It might be difficult to factor. So far, only one person found the roots. Okay, three people now. Okay, anyone else? Raise your hand when you got the roots. 5. Waylon, is it factorable? Waylon. Yeah, Waylon, is this one factorable?
Oh yeah, it's factorable.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So you guys keep on trying, okay? Waylon says it's factorable. Okay, so the 3x squared doesn't have much choice, right? So only 3x and x. Okay, we just need to figure out the other two. Anyone else got the roots yet? Still 5 people. Okay, now 6. What's going on? Couldn't factor, or what's the trouble here? Seven. Okay, we got 8 people now. Okay, Jiawen, any questions? Are you able to find the factors?
I can't really find the factor.
Okay. What have you tried? Let's try it out. 3x and x, right? What have you tried so far for the 48?
3 and 16.
3 and 16. Okay, yeah, 3 and 16 doesn't work, right? What other choice?
2 and 24.
2 and 24. Yeah, 24 might be too big, right? To make 26. Any other ones? 3, 16, 2, 24.
4 and 12.
4 and 12. Okay, 4 and 12, that makes 36, right? 36 and 4. No, that will be too big. Other choice?
6 and 8.
Yeah, positive would work. Try to work with 6 and 8. Okay, so see if it's positive, negative, flip up and down. Okay, try that one. Okay. Okay, let's get one more. Okay, anyone else got the roots? So if you really have a difficult time finding the pairs, just plug it into the quadratic formula, right? This one, negative b plus minus, right? Remember this one? Quadratic formula, then it can give you the roots right away. Okay, Ivy, what are the two brackets?
-8 and -6.
Okay, -6. Okay, so the pairs that should work will be -8 and -6. Okay, you can try it out. -18 and then -8 will give you -26. So therefore the roots are, Chris? What are the roots now?
The x-intercept.
Yeah, x-intercept.
6 and 8/3.
Yeah, 6 and 8/3. 8/3 is a little bit more than 2, right? 2 and 2/3. So step 2, let's graph. The graph, the two x-intercepts. One is at 8/3. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6. This is a 2 and 3. So the roots, 8/3 is about here, right? 6 is here. Should we draw open up or down? Brandon, do we draw open up or open down?
Open up.
And how do you know? Which number do you look at? How do you know it's open up?
It's above the x-axis.
We are not there yet. Right now, we are just drawing the drawing the parabola. How do you know the parabola should be open up? Because sometimes it's open down, right? The first question is open down, second question open up. What about this one? How do we tell?
There are no negatives.
Which number determines that? There's only one number you look at.
The first one.
Which number?
6.
No. You have to look at the general form, okay? Look at this one. The value for A. Which one is the A?
3.
Yes, okay. You look at the general form, the value for A. This A, is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Yeah, so if it's positive, then it opens up. Okay, if it's negative, opens down. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, so make sure you look at the right place for open up and down. In the homework, some questions open up, some questions open down. After you get a graph, then you think about whether the question wants above or below. Okay, so you now look at the inequality. Okay, so two things to look for. One is open up and down. The other thing is above or below. Okay, you look at different places. So Waylon, is it above or below? Do we want above or below? Waylon, are you there? Okay, Selena, how about you? Above or below here?
Above.
Yeah, we want above. Okay, greater than means above. Okay, so when we draw the line, it doesn't have an equal sign this time, right? This is the first question, we don't have equal. So we do not want anything that's on the x-axis. So on the graph, above will be this part, right? Above x-axis. This is above. We want x-intercept, so you dig an empty hole. Okay, the green is, okay, I should be using the green color, sorry, okay, use the wrong color here. Okay, it'll be confusing, okay? So the green should be your first part, right? 2, 2, 3, and 6. The red is your final answer, okay? I'll draw again. So above is here. And not including the x-intercept. So on the number line, 8/3 is here, 6 is here. So the answer is to the right side of 6, to the left side of 8/3. So there are two lines. Two lines means you have two answers. On the right side, then you put x greater than 6. Greater means to the right. To the left side means smaller, right? So x smaller than 8/3. So this question has two answers. Okay, any questions? Waylon, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, were you away?
Oh, yeah. I want to go do something.
Okay. Do you understand this part?
Oh, yeah. Think
Okay.
so, yeah.
Let's do one more, okay? I know it's already time, but I want to make sure you can get this, okay? So let's do one more question. Next page, okay? 4A. Yeah, let's do question 4A. 4A is easier because they already factor for you, okay? So you save a lot of time doing the factoring. So just go straight to find x-intercept. It's already factored, okay? Find x-intercept and then get the graph, okay? And then write the answer. So once you got the final answer, you can raise your hand or check, all right? If anyone has question about the previous three, about the last page, let me know, okay? Okay, Marcus, what are the x-intercepts?
It's I got 1 and -4.
Yep, very good. Okay, then start graphing, graph the roots, graph the parabola, and think about open up or down, right? First question is to think about open up or down. Second question is, do we want above or below, okay? One and -4. Please raise your hand if you finish the final answer. Or let me know, okay, if you have questions, if you have trouble. Okay, how to tell if it opens up or down? Any volunteer want to tell us how do you tell open up or down for this one? Those of you got it? Can you tell us how did you figure out open up or down for this?
You multiply the first two so you multiply the two x's in the, because they already factored it, right? So you multiply it and then see if that number is positive or negative.
Very good, thank you. So this is actually going backwards a little bit, right? Before it was not factored, right? We turn it into general form, you look at A. But because it's already factored, they give you this part instead, right? So you need to sort of go back and look at what makes the x squared. So all you need to do is just multiply the two x's. If it turns out to be positive, then it's a positive x squared, then it's open up. If it's a negative squared, it open down. Does that make sense, Angela?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So do you think this one open up or down?
Up.
Yeah, okay. So the x's, they multiply together, it will give you x squared, right? If you expand it, it will be x squared. If you really expand everything, okay, it will be like this. So this is an open up, okay? Open up. Okay, how many of you finished everything? Raise your hand. Everything in this question, okay? Not the whole page. So it's open up, so we'll draw that. Okay, what should we do after we figure out open up? Evan, what do we do next?
Was it draw a number line?
So what do you need to figure out first?
I'm not quite sure on that one.
First question you ask is whether it opens up or down, right?
Yeah.
The second question you should be asking is,
is it above or below?
Yeah, does the question wants above or below? How do you tell?
It wants to go above and like on the zero, on
Very
like
good.
the axis too, because it's
Greater, right? Greater and equal. So it's above and on x-axis. Okay, so above. Above, so that means these two lines, right? Those two are the lines above the x-axis. On, right? So I need to color in Okay, we are almost done. How many of you finished? Okay, raise your hand. So far, oh, we have seven people, 8. Okay, so -4 and 1. So starting from 1 is pointing to the right, starting from -4 pointing to the left. We have 2 separate lines, so it means 2 answers. Okay, how do we write the answers then? Okay, Marcus, how do we write the final answer?
Gonna be x is no, -4 is x is less than -4, and then x is
Less than equal.
less is equal.
Yeah, because it's a
equal
solid circle. Okay.
And then x is greater than or equal to 1.
Yeah. Okay, so there are 2 kinds of answer. One answer that's 2 parts, right? Separate, 2 different lines. Or you could get an answer that's like the first question with this in between. Okay, so in your homework, right, make sure, right, it's either in between the 2 points or outside the 2 points. Okay, so and that depends on whether above or below, open up or open down. Okay, so make sure you have your notes beside it. Study it first before you start the homework. Okay, so if you have any more questions, you can stay after class, ask me, and I'll post the homework later. I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.